Hi everyone, welcome to Get Ready with me, Louise. So we're moving right along. We're doing Smashbox today, the letter S. Um, I don't really. What do you think about Smashbox when you think of the brand? I mean, obviously they just bought Becca, so that's new, so that's fresh in my mind. Their primers used to be really big, and contour palettes used to be really big. But that's about all I can think about when I think of Smashbox. Now, do they have more than that? Obviously. But today we are going to be playing with a little bit of Smashbox. I don't have a lot, but I have a little. So first we done foundation. I'm wearing the Lancome Care and Glow. For concealer, I am wearing my Nude Sticks concealer. For the eye primer, Sigma Ignite. I also have the Sigma Under Eye Corrector on also. And then we go, I said, but I use Smashbox. So let's start with the Smashbox stuff now. So like I said, this one here is a little contour palette. This is a mini. I also have the big one where you get a contour, a bronze, and a highlight. So I use the highlight in this to set with because it's just a matte light shade. That's all. I use the contour shade around my nose and under my lip. The bronze is around my face. So it works well with my skin tone. I don't know if it comes in other shades. I don't know. But I do have the smaller and the bigger version of this. When I first got into makeup, this came in handy. Because I didn't know what was the difference, you know what I mean? But now it's like, do I need this? No. The answer is no. I don't need this now. Is it nice to have? I guess. But I can do everything I did with something else that would bring me more pleasure even. You know what I mean? So this doesn't give me what it used to give me anymore. So the next thing I used was I got into this palette here. And this came in a set with some eyeshadow palettes and stuff. But this has a highlighter, a bronzer, and a blush. And the highlighter is Photon Op. I didn't use the bronzer, but it's called Bronze Age. But I did use the blush, Adam's Apple. So I used the highlighter and the blush today. Very pretty. The bronzer. Now this is more up my alley of something I would use because it's all three products in one thing. That's easy. It's nice to travel with, especially for traveling. I don't necessarily think it'd be good for like at home because I like to grab separate things. But if you were traveling and you had to throw something in quick, it's easy, it's compact, it's slim. If it's your colors, then it'll work type of thing, you know. So I do like it for that. And then for eyeshadow palettes, I looked to see what was available on Ulta, and I have two of the palettes that are available. So today we're going to be using the one that's called the Cover Shot Minimalist eyeshadow palette. Mine looks different because, like I said, it came in a set. But the Minimalist palette itself is still available. And it looks like this. Basic Cool Tone Nudes. That's the look you're going to get, you know. You're going to get a more champagne lid. You're going to get a more bronzy lid and a more taupey lid type of color story. That's what you're going to get, you know. Is it nice? Yes. Do I have this? Absolutely. I'm a Natasha Denona Glam palette. Would I be more up to grab for that than this? Yeah, I would. So let's get started. The first shade we're going to go into is this one right here. Well, actually, I use this one right here. Vanilla. Yeah. To set the eye with. So now we're going to go into the shade Nude to start the look with. As far as eyeshadow, it's eyeshadow. But here's the thing. For the price of this, you can get the Natasha Denona, $20 more. But still, yeah, you get more shades. Second, though, you can go ColourPop and get the Stone Cold palette. And I'm pretty sure that's probably the exact same price as this. But again, compact, easy. If you took this and this with you on vacation, and this was a set, like I said, so that makes a little bit difference because when I purchased it, it was around the holidays years ago that I got it. So, I mean, it was worth it that way. Like, if you can get these on sale, they're definitely worth it. But we're talking it has to be a pretty good sale. Because you might as well, if you're going to spend your money, you might as well spend it on what you, like, really want to pick up. And even though the packaging is nice and all, the Natasha Denona is just a little bit more fancier, a little bit more classier. Does this get the job done? Absolutely, though. So I'm not saying it doesn't. I'm not saying the formula is not good or anything like that. It's a formula. We're going to go into the darkest shade, which is called Java, right here. And you can see how pigment that is, but it does blend out very nicely. So I give it that too. Like, even with a heavy hand, it's easy to blend. I'm using Sigma brushes. I should have used my Smashbox brushes, because there are some Smashbox brushes that I do really enjoy a lot. Again, when I first got into makeup, this was a brand that I first, went to. And like everybody, I think when you first get into makeup, you start with the ColourPop or the drugstore. You do start there. Because, well, you don't even know if you're going to like it, number one. Number two, you don't want to spend that much money. You don't care, really. You just want to put it on and go about your day, Now, for me, it wasn't like that. I didn't really go drugstore. I did go ColourPop. I did do that. But I went more like Clinique, and then moved into like Urban Decay, Tarte, Too Faced type of thing. Smashbox. I stuck kind of within the mid-zone when I first got back into makeup, because I found this was a little bit better quality, just a little, than what drugstore was offering. Now, is it worth the price point? That's up to you. For me, I would have to say, yeah, we're going to take that same dark shade and run it along the lower lash line. For me, I'm going to say yes, because, like, I didn't know what I was doing. Actually, I'm going to use a different brush and run it under the lower lash line. Because, like, I needed the makeup to do the work for me. I couldn't be sitting here blending because I didn't know what blending really was to the fullest extent, you know what I mean? And it was just at the time those were, they worked. And everybody's different, and I know that. Like, to be fair, if I look at my kids, well, my grandkids and my kids, they're more into ColourPop, or even like what is it, like ZC, where it's got like the kitty cat or the doggy on the front type of thing, or Too Faced at holidays times, stuff like that. Even Tarte, because it smells, like stuff like that. You know what I mean? Juvia's Place, they love that. So, I get it. Because I try to pay attention to, like, my likes versus what my kids are gravitating towards. And grandkids, like, my daughter, she's in her 20s. My youngest is in their teens. Well, about to be. But, that type of thing. And then my grandbabies are young. Just playing, really. Coloring their whole face. Making it look like Tinkerbell pooped all over them. Is what my youngest one's doing right now. The youngest little girl. Y'all, I made a grave mistake. Let me tell you what I done. Oh, Lord. Alright, we're going back into that first shade, too. I was going through, what I'm doing. And as I'm going through the collection, I'm like, now you're not going to wear this, right? You know it wholeheartedly. No way, no how you're going to put this on you. There is no look that you can see you wearing this. And what I'm talking about is those glitterly obsessed shadows from ColourPop, that like liquid stuff, the glitters, and the liquid and the Jelly Pops shadows. I don't mind those though. I also know I'm not gonna wear them, but they're not bad. Just so you know, the glitter, absolutely not. I don't even like the glitter, but that's a personal thing. You know, is it good for what it is? Maybe. I don't know because I don't like glitter. Anywho, I decided. Well, I had the Miss Piggy, and I had another one. I think it was from Naruto. I'm trying to think. It could have been from the Airbender. I don't know. It was one of them. Anyway, I gave the Miss Piggy to my littlest granddaughter, and I gave the other one and all the jelly ones to my older granddaughter. Fine. She's a little more mature with her makeup now. She's getting better, you know? Takes time, takes practice. So she really takes her time doing her makeup. Where my other one will put eyeshadow on her cheeks and think it's blush, and she's running around with purple, blue blush eyeshadow. You get my point here. So I made the mistake, like I said, of giving her that glitter. And I didn't think nothing of it. I thought, surely, what's the damage that could be done? Let me tell you the damage that can be done. 2 washes later, in a washing machine, and I'm pretty sure I'm still picking glitter out of stuff. Pretty sure of it. We're going to go into the shade Cinnamon, which is this one right here, and we're going to lay it on the lid. I'm pretty sure it took 2 days to get it off of her body, because the Miss Piggy glitter was everywhere. I mean everywhere. In her hairline. How she got it, oh no. Couldn't tell you. But that's where we were. Blankets all over her blanket, all over her sister's blanket. And then her sister has to throw a fit, of course, because it's all over her stuff. It's all over. It's flaking onto her. It's on me. It's on my daughter, my younger daughter. It's on the baby. We're going to go into Deco, which is this one right here, and I'm going to put it in the inner corner. So, yeah, there was mistakes made. And who made them? Me. I made the mistakes. But I just didn't know what else to do with them, and they were going to just dry out. Well, I guess it's better than drying out. Me cleaning it up for days. I just never dreamt in a million years she would have just opened the lid and gooped it. I mean, she's 4. I should have. But they've never done that, to be fair. But then they've always been around me when they did their makeup, and now they've kind of got their own little section in their room. So that could have, that's a little different too. So, but we're going to take that darker shade again, that Java, and I'm going to line the top lash line. But yeah, so never again. But it is a lesson in the fact that I know I don't need to buy the whole collection of stuff, because if it's glitter, I'm not going to wear it, number one. If it's the Jelly Pop things, yes, they're cute and they're nice, but again, not going to wear them. And it's not like, well, my granddaughter, she did like the glitter, but it's not like the kids are like, oh, I really want those jelly, much shadows. They're the best. No, they play with them because they're fun to play with and they're different, but they're just as happy with the palette, so it's not even something that's needing to be bought. Now the glitter, yeah, my granddaughter was not happy with me when I picked that up and threw it away. But then again, I wasn't happy with her that I was picking glitter out of ears and her hair for days upon days. Like, I don't even know how that stuff sticks. I'm telling you, people that wear that stuff, I don't even know how they get it off their bodies. Because I'm not kidding. I bathed her. I used a loofah. I sprayed her. And it was still there. It was like clinging to every inch. It was so crazy, you all. But never again will I make that mistake. That's for sure. Right? You know, lessons learned. And it was funny until it wasn't funny. There's that. It was funny until it wasn't. I used the Tarte cream liner in my waterline as always. And then for mascara, we're going to use my new... I was going to use the brown again, but I've been wearing that a lot. So I wanted to mix it up. So I pulled out my Lash Clash by YSL. Brand new tube of it. We're going to use that for the top lashes. But yeah, that was my story on ColourPop. But I guess also in the long run it will save me money. And I will say doing this series is going to save me money. Because at the end, I'm recapping. And I'll be honest, there's a lot of brands that I'm just like, what am I thinking? At this point. And there's a couple that came in as a surprise, though. I will say that, though. It did kind of surprise me. But is the surprise enough for me to purchase from them? I don't know. And the brands that I continue to purchase from, they're going to have... I'm really going to have to love it, you know? With the exception of Pat and Natasha, of course. They can do no wrong. Well, they can do wrong, but, you know, I'm still going to purchase it no matter what. Just because I love the brand. I will say it is nice to open up a new tube of the Lash Clash. I'm not complaining. But, you know, these are going to go up against each other. Because this one has really, really, really impressed me. The fact that it does not fade. I don't care how sweaty I get. My lash holds. Like, and with this, it doesn't. It looks good. Like, especially with the second coat, I just don't want to waste it. Like, it looks amazing when you really want it. Like, when I want it to, it looks great. But, of course, I'm not doing anything today, so I don't see the need to go all out on my lashes, right? They look fine. But still, even when I go all out, within a couple of hours of being outside, the humidity and stuff, you know, they're falling. It doesn't flake or transfer, but it does fall. Where with the other one, it doesn't. So, I don't know. I'm really going to have to... Because I don't think I need them both. One or the other would be sufficient. I guess I could just rotate through them. Use that, then use that, and, you know, as I go out of them. But then I'm always scared that then they'll both be discontinued because, you know, that's my luck. Instead of just using one and then praying it doesn't get discontinued. For lip, I'm wearing the lip liner by MAC in Subculture, and the lipstick is Clinique in Bamboo Pink. You cannot go wrong with this color. I don't care what look you're doing. I swear this color goes with everything for the most part. It's just so pretty. And it's just one of those colors that you can just slap on. Like, don't even have to worry about it. But all in all, I really like the way the look came out. Smashbox, though, is just... I don't know how much longer it could be around. I will say that I did like their newest release. I did not buy it. With the blush, the highlighter, and the bronzer. I think is how it went. I didn't buy it, but I did it did intrigue me, and I think it would be good quality if you're interested in that. That's just, it's not something that's I need or that interests me, you know? So I just didn't feel the need to get it. But I do think it would probably be good quality. Eyeshadow wise, I mean, it's right there in the middle with the rest of them. It's, you know, for the price point and everything, I don't know. I mean, I do know it's a no. Like, you really don't need this. Again, the only way I could see if somebody wanted this would be if this is their only look, like that's their look, they don't need no more. They go through a palette a year or something, and that's that. If they're traveling a lot, something like that, then maybe I could see that being for them. But for every day, like if you have Natasha, no. 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 No, no, no. If you have, even if you have ColourPop, y'all, no. It's just that simple. But now, again, if it goes on sale, that's a different story. If you can get it for 50% off, absolutely. I would even question 40%. That's a maybe. 50% sure, but 40% maybe. Anything less than that, no. It's just not. Now if they got sets or something where you're getting like 2 eyeshadow palettes or 3 eyeshadow palettes and a blush palette or something, maybe again, that's a maybe. But as far as this, I mean, it's pretty, but again, I can get this look from Natasha Denona. So, I mean, I can get this look from Pat McGrath. I can get this look from ColourPop, Tarte, Too Faced. I mean, but I guess on the flip side of that, if I'm using one of those palettes, like I say, I can get this from this brand too. So, there is that. Does lay nice on the lid. It's not emphasizing anything, so that's a good thing. Where Too Faced emphasizes the lines in my eyes sometimes. So there is that. So that's a plus. And it's more vibrant than the old Tarte palettes. I don't know. Let me know. What do you think about this brand? I'm curious on every brand, like what your thoughts are. Because I don't know. There's so many, and I'm just like, how are they making it? How can all of these brands exist and make it? And I know what you're going to say because fools like me. I know what you're going to say. I know, I got you. And you're right. You're right. But at the same time, it's not just me. And I know that there's other people like me, but it's not just us is what I'm saying. Like, there has to be just regular people going into these stores and buying it for reasons that I just don't know. And I'm curious about, to be honest. With all the makeup brands you see in Sephora and Ulta, it's like, why did you choose that one? Just out of curiosity. But anyway, I'll let you go. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe, ring the bell, hit all that where you're notified when I upload. I upload every day but Sunday unless there's a new launch or I just feel like filming. And I will see you in the next one tomorrow. Till then, take care, guys. Bye.